that enough, Sir Frederick?
Yes. Yes, that's enough.
Put the receiver back. And don't try it again. Now put yourself together. There's a lot to be done yet.
Unusual for you to be working on a Sunday, isn't it, sir?
Yes, a bit of a panic on it.
No, you can't lose me that easily, Sir Frederick.
Craig Sterling and Richard Barrett, endowed with physical and mental qualities to the peak of human performance. Qualities given to them by an unknown race of people in a lost city in Tibet. Craig Sterling and Richard Barrett, superhumans, a secret known only to them. Able as operators of the International Agency of Nemesis to use their powers to the best advantage. The champions of law and order and justice.
Breathtaking.
Who, sir?
Monsieur Sterling, I'm sorry to bring you all the way up here.
On expenses, it's a pleasure.
Possibly I'm wasting your time.
I'd take a chance.
My bank has been warned to expect a deposit in gold. So, $30 million.
Yeah. So, who's depositing?
Oh, I can't find out. Swiss banks have a reputation for secrecy.
Of course. Why else would we need you?
One more thing. The depositor wants immediate conversion into Swiss francs.
Of the whole sum?
$10 million worth. Thus, the advance warning.
Well, it could just be on the level.
Perhaps. As I said, possibly I'm wasting your time.
It's worth investigating.
I don't agree, Craig. I'm afraid your contact has let his imagination run away with him.
My imagination, not his. Boursin, he's a good man, reliable.
Look, I am not contesting the bare facts, but good heavens, gold movements take place every day, perfectly legally.
$30 million worth?
Certainly. You know what I mean, some Middle Eastern country transferring its reserves from London or Paris.
And the conversion to Swiss francs?
Well, yes, that certainly is puzzling, I admit it.
So we can't ignore the possibility.
What, of a $30 million gold robbery?
Why not?
Oh, no, it's not good enough, Craig. No, I'm not going to waste any more time. Oh, all right. All right, come on. We'll check it.
If it'll set your mind at rest, sir.
Now, let's see. There are 5 international gold centers. We better alert them.
For a possible $30 million snatch.
This really is against my better judgment. I think nobody can pull off a robbery like this.
Give me a hand, John.
When will the replacement be ready?
Tonight, as planned. Everything as planned.
More than 10 million pounds in gold taken from the bank vault and nobody even remotely suspicious.
No, Mr. Sterling, there's been no major transfer of gold from this country the last week.
And none is planned?
No. I assume you've checked with the other gold markets?
Yes, I have.
Then your informant was mistaken.
That's not my conclusion, Sir Frederick.
What other conclusion is there?
That your security should be put on red alert as of now.
Perhaps you're unaware of this bank's record, Mr. Sterling.
In my experience, Sir Frederick, records only attract record breakers. How often are your gold vaults checked?
As often as is necessary.
By whom?
By any one of 4 directors with their closed-circuit television. Mr. Sterling, we agree to all reasonable cooperation with your organization.
And you don't consider this a reasonable request?
Burton, come in, will you? I'm going to have you shown our security system. That should be enough to reassure you. In any event, it's as far as I'm prepared to go.
That's fine, Sir Frederick.
And don't think we don't appreciate your cooperation. We do, and your concern. But I don't think you realize the disposal problems in a theft of this scale.
I don't?
But the weight, the bulk of the stuff, they'd never get it out of London, let alone to Switzerland. Now, Burton, I want you to show Mr. Sterling round for me. Let him see why we've never had a theft in 250 years.
Hi.
Much as I appreciate your artistry, Charles, I think I prefer the original color. There's something warm and comforting about the gleam of gold.
Did you get the papers?
In the brief.
Well,
What's this? Board of Trade Priority Export License for a vital machinery shipment.
Yes, the authorities couldn't have been more helpful.
They understand the urgency.
They're rather worried about our meeting the loading deadline at the docks.
How very considerate.
They've excelled themselves this time. They've insisted on providing an official traffic escort to help us out. I'm beginning to wish that I really was in the export business. I'd make a fortune.
Von Velden.
Can you talk?
Okay.
We're moving. The machines will arrive on Wednesday.
Wednesday?
That's right. We're getting priority treatment. Now, you know what to do.
Yeah, I know. But you'd better be here to receive the machines before anyone starts asking questions. And don't forget the 500.
I won't forget. Peasant.
You're crazy, John. Do you know that? Inspired, but crazy.
Yes, I suppose I am.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Next move.
Sir Frederick?
Yes. I think it's time our invisible friend called on him again.
Yes, Sir Frederick, I'm back. Just checking on your continued discretion.
No, it wasn't me, believe me. But there's someone in the bank asking questions.
Where's he from?
An international organization. They're onto something.
Does he know the girl's gone?
No, not yet, but he's pressing hard.
Then I have to stay and make sure you resist.
I hear you.
You don't understand. Close to your ear, like this. Nobody else in the room can hear.
Oh, don't be a fool.
He won't. I assure you.
Impressive, Sir Frederick. Very impressive.
You're persuaded?
Persuaded.
That the bank's security is adequate?
Yes, I'm persuaded.
Good. Now get rid of him.
Then that would appear to be all, Mr. Sterling. I'm glad you're satisfied.
Almost satisfied.
I don't understand.
The storage vaults themselves, Sir Frederick.
Get him out of here.
Mr. Sterling, I've given you a great deal of my time this morning. Now, I must ask you to leave.
Yeah. Thank you, Sir Frederick.
Any luck?
I'm not sure I go for your choice of words.
Well, what's the next step?
For you to get as close to Sir Frederick as possible.
How close?
Close enough for you to find out whether I'm developing a Joan of Arc complex.
What?
Sir Frederick is obeying orders. I didn't see anybody, but as sure as I'm sitting here, I heard a voice.
A voice? Well, couldn't you be mistaken?
I heard it as clearly as I hear you. And what's more to the point, Burton, his assistant, he didn't hear a thing.
Well, what have they got? An invisible man.
Funny you should ask.
He's usually so calm.
Got into a bit of a panic when he got that inquiry.
Yes, he did, didn't he? International organization. How not that is.
Probably a rival Swiss bank.
Yes. Still unexpected. You could panic about other things, John.
Good morning.
Good morning, Colonel. Anything special? No, that's not important.
Good morning.
Oh, you're out. Good morning, Muriel. Morning, Nurse. Let's have a look. Ah, yes, we'll have that off you in a couple of days. Morning, Nurse.
Good morning. Oh, Mr. Hallam, just
Yes?
to remind you, you have an appendectomy at 3:45.
Yes, I know. I shall have to cancel. Mr. Sumner and I are both due for a major surgery. Have one of the housemen stand in for me, will you? Yes, perhaps you're right after all. Never knows exactly what inquiries will reveal. Yes, you're right. He could be a loophole.
Yes, John, exactly. I think Sir Frederick has outlived his usefulness.
Yes, he has. I suppose it's inevitable. I don't like to deviate from the original plan. Yes, you're right. He could be a danger.
A danger to be eliminated?
That's him.
What's happening?
I don't know. Let's stay with him.
All right, make way, please. Make way.
How is he?
He's dead. Anybody know who he is?
Sir Frederick Howard, director of the bank.
Thank you. Nearest telephone?
There's one just round the corner.
Sorry.
Well?
The knife killed him.
Check.
Sir Frederick has also undergone recent minor surgery, appendectomy. At about the same time, he also had some sort of operation on the inner ear. There are trace elements of stitches high inside the ear. They were partially removed. Today.
Today? I was with him all the time.
After death?
By the doctor who examined him.
If he was a doctor. Frankly, I'm baffled, and so is the pathologist. Does it suggest anything to you?
Yeah. It suggests that you hop on the first plane at Geneva and report to Tremaine. and that I find out exactly what was wrong with Sir Frederick by visiting his own doctor.
Now drink this. Calm you down.
It wasn't easy.
Oh, come on, Charles. I mean, you're a surgeon. You've stuck a knife in a patient at least 1,000 times.
That was different.
Now, come, Charles. This is hardly the time to start losing your nerve now, is it?
Is that what you think? Well, you needn't worry about me. I've forgotten it already. We're almost there.
That is a consolation, being one of the 2 richest men in the world. Yeah.
Mr. Craig Sterling to see you, Mr. Hallam.
Does he have an appointment?
No, sir. But he says it's urgent.
Ask him what he wants, will you?
Sterling? That was the name of the man at the bank this morning.
Yes?
Mr. Sterling would like to ask you a few questions as Sir Frederick Howard's doctor.
All right. Send him in, will you? Leave this to me. You better go in there. Come in.
Mr. Sterling, to see you, sir?
Surprise, surprise for both of us.
Please sit down. I don't understand.
Doc, you don't happen to be saying that it's a coincidence that you just happened to be on the spot when Sir Frederick was knifed?
Yes, it was. I only regret I was too late to help. Are you a relative?
He was your patient. Why'd you ask me his name?
His face was covered in mud. I could hardly recognize him. Look, I don't know what you're getting at, Mr. Sterling, but I have a very tight schedule. How exactly can I help you?
I want to ask you about Sir Frederick's medical history.
I can hardly divulge the medical history of my patients to complete strangers. I think you'd better go. I've asked you to leave, Mr. Sterling.
I am not leaving until you give me the answers I want. Now, Sir Frederick was a close friend of mine.
Close friend? Only next of kin?
Doc, you chuck me out of here. I'm going to the police.
What exactly do you want to know?
Sir Frederick had a recent appendectomy. Did you perform that?
This is most unethical. Yes, I did.
And?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
At the same time, he had surgery performed within his right inner ear.
I think you've been misinformed, Mr. Sterling. There has been no ear operation on Sir Frederick Howard.
You'll understand, Doctor, when I say I don't believe you.
Aha, another spectator at Sir Frederick's death. Or possibly more than a spectator?
publicity to us. Any wider publicity would be, well, internationally damaging, to put it mildly. Look, are you listening to me?
Craig's in trouble.
You can't know that.
Well, maybe not. Call it a feeling, call it what you like. We've got to go to London.
Sometimes I find you people very bewildering. And more often than not, I get a feeling, too, that you already know what I'm talking about.
Craig needs help.
All right. I don't know why, but I'll arrange it.
A military flight?
But if you think it that important.
Yes, we do.
Kill him. It's safer.
Perhaps.
We must kill him. It's necessary.
Charles, I've got a much better idea. He's more used to us alive.
If we leave him alive, it'll be the end of everything we've planned.
Will it? By the time he can do anything, we'll be paying our taxes in South America. Charles, we agreed that if anything went wrong, I was to take the initiative. Right? Then you remember it! Already we've acquired $30 million, which I intend to enjoy. And we can only do that if we stay one step ahead of that man's organization.
How do we do that?
By giving him an invisible friend and knowing exactly every step they intend to make. Come and help me.
I can assure you, Dr. Hallam isn't here. Dr. Hallam doesn't allow...
What time did Mr. Hallam leave last night?
He stayed quite late, then he left with Dr. Sumner.
They left alone?
I couldn't say. I saw Dr. Sumner drive the car around the back. Perhaps they did have someone with them.
All right, nurse, that'll be all for the moment.
Nurse, just one more thing. Mr. Sterling did call here yesterday, didn't he?
Yes, to see Mr. Hallam.
Thank you.
You doubted it?
Suppose I was hoping.
Sharon, take a look at this. Looks as if they've been busy, doesn't it?
They have. You must have noticed the smell of anesthetic in the air.
You don't think...
Hello?
The nurse?
It must be Hallam's direct line. A call from Holland, Rotterdam.
Hello, it's Van Belden.
Where's Hallam? He should have been here hours ago.
Yes, I know. He was delayed.
Has there been trouble?
A little. Nothing serious. I should think he'll be with you any time now.
All right, goodbye.
Your report. Rotterdam.
Coming round.
Must be as strong as an ox. Yes, this looks deserted enough. Let him go. He looks comfortable enough. You can sleep it off.
Not strong enough yet, Mr. Sterling. Why don't you just settle down and have a long, long rest?
Where is he?
Van Velden!
I don't like it, John.
Charlie, stay out in the car, will you? See if there's anywhere outside. Van Velden! The transit papers, we're in a hurry.
Normally, it takes 3 or 4 days to move such machinery through the port.
Yes, I know that. That's why we hired you. We want them out.
Of course.
I want the papers quickly.
Nope. The money. You haven't paid me yet.
£500.
It's not enough.
It's what we agreed on, Van Velden.
But then you never told me.
Never told you what?
The true value of your machinery.
Hello! You wait here. What is it?
Sterling, he's recovered.
It's not possible. Where is he, do you know?
I can't tell. A big city, that's for sure. Here in Rotterdam, I shouldn't wonder. Listen. That's him.
Tremaine here.
Craig here.
Craig, where are you?
Rotterdam. They shot me full of drugs. I have some recollection of them bringing me over in a private plane.
However you got there, you're in the right place. But no, you don't have to explain. Richard and Sharon tracked you to the nursing home.
What do you mean about me being in the right place?
Well, there's a minor port official named of Van Velden. He's working with them. Now, Richard and Sharon are on their way to Rotterdam. Got that? Wharf 52.
They're on to us.
Oh, he could be anywhere. The other side of Rotterdam.
Or the dock gates. He could be here any time.
I got to get the machines loaded, Charles. You stay here. And don't leave the car.
Well, you might say.
Yeah, that was puzzling me, too.
He's still under our
I decided
control.
to stop worrying about it, not lose any sleep. Look, I gotta get going, okay? So long.
We were negotiating.
There's nothing to negotiate. I want those papers now.
You wouldn't. There are too many people about. You wouldn't.
Can I get a ride with you down to Wall 52? Okay.
John! It's Sterling!
Schnell machen, schnell! Use the vibrator, Charles. Turn it off, Charles. In the car. Get up.
That should do it.
Give him a little longer. This cat's got 9 lives. Go on.
This is it. Wharf 52.
Craig! Craig, where are you? Craig! Craig!
Look, Richard!
That figures.
What the devil is that?
It's a two-way radio.
That's fantastic.
To do-it-yourself invisible man kit.
Which is why Hallam had to be on the spot when Sir Frederick was killed. To remove it before the autopsy found it gave the game away.
Craig, Richard, look!
Van Velden.
I guess so.
What is it?
Duplicates. Copies of a transit order for 2 presses. Owned by Hallam and routed by road from Rotterdam to Zurich.
You're feeling good.
A robbery no one knows anything about, disposal by priority export license, government help, and now this. We're going to make it, Charles.
Yes, providing the tires hold up under the weight. We're not that much ahead.
You're forgetting. Nobody knows exactly what to look for.
Van Velden.
I should have said no one living.
You killed him.
There was no time to argue.
You really do think of everything, don't you, John?
They cross into Germany from Eindhoven.
Yes, but they'd have to take this road here.
Why should they take that road? They can go the direct route.
Yeah, these small canal bridges are for cars only. Heavy trucks will be diverted.
Oh, yeah. Which means we can get to the German border before them, yeah?
I don't see why not.
What is it? What's wrong? John, don't. John, the tires won't stand it.
I'm waiting until he's up close.
John, help me. Help me. Help me. Help me.
And just in case you're wondering, you have no legitimate claim to salvage. Greg, before you go, there's something rather puzzling me about the time sequence.
What's that?
In Rotterdam, just how long were you underwater?
I don't know. Let's just say I never met anyone who stayed under longer and lived.
Yeah. That was really my point.